fat loss. We all want to lose fat, we all want to get lean and look good, but how do you actually do it? Let me break this down for you as simply as possible. So first of all, how is fat actually lost? Fat is lost when the amount of food you eat is less than the amount of food that you need to maintain your current body weight. That amount of food to maintain your current body weight, that's called your maintenance calories. Say your maintenance is 2,400 calories and you eat 2,000. Your body has to lose fat because those calories that you didn't have, your body has to take from somewhere else, from your fat stores, to give your body the energy to stay alive and to function. So let's talk about macros, what they are, and how much of each you need. Macros are pretty much your food. Everything is macros. You can have your proteins, your fats, your carbs. Proteins are going to come from things like meats. Fats are going to come from avocados, nuts, peanut butter, things like that. And carbs, rice, pasta, bread, potatoes, all that. So what does your protein do? Protein is the macro for building muscle and actually for losing fat. The reason is protein burns the most calories to digest. It's the most filling. It keeps you full and it fuels your muscle growth. So it lets your muscles repair and actually get bigger and look better. Your fats are for hormone health. They're very calorie dense, but you absolutely need them. They're mandatory to keep you alive. They regulate your hormones and keep your body functioning the way it's supposed to. Carbs are your best source of energy. This is what's going to give you strong workouts. It's going to let you run for a long time. It's going to give you that high energy rush that you need to build muscle, to grow, to push yourself in the gym. How much you need of each? Protein, keep it super simple. 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight. If you're 200 pounds and you want to get down to 180, 180 grams of protein a day. Very simple. Fats, 0.3 to 0.5 times your body weight. If you're 180 pounds, multiply that by 0.5, you get 90 grams of fat. And then carbs are the rest. Once you hit your protein goal and your fat goal, everything else should go through carbs. You can play around with this a little bit, do a little bit more fat, a little less carbs, to see what feels the best for you. But as a general rule, the rest can go to carbs. Why building muscle is literally the most important part about fat loss. You have to build muscle because muscle burns more calories. The more muscle you have in your body, the more calories your body naturally burns. So the easier it is to lose fat and maintain that fat loss. Once you build muscle, your maintenance is higher. Say before you built muscle, your maintenance was 2,400 calories. Now you built 5 pounds of muscle. Maybe your maintenance is 2,700 calories now. So you have that extra room to eat more food and still stay just as lean. And it also improves your metabolism for the rest of your life. Building just a bit of muscle will make you metabolically healthy and have higher maintenance calories forever, as long as you maintain that muscle that you built. What if you just decide not to build muscle and you just want to lose weight? If you just lose weight, you're going to have the same body composition, like the same fat percentage, the same muscle percentage, but just be lighter. You're not really going to get leaner because you're going to lose muscle and fat at the same time. So you can lose 20 pounds, but your composition is going to look the exact same because you lost just as much muscle as you did fat. So your body won't look any better and your metabolism will get worse. So that maintenance calories we talked about, it's going to get even lower and you're going to have to eat even less food to maintain that weight loss. That's why we see so many people lose all this weight so fast and then gain it all back and be in this yo-yo effect forever. Now, we know we have to be in a deficit to lose weight, right? Or lose fat. So how do we choose our deficit? First of all, 1 pound of fat is approximately 3,500 calories. What does that mean? If you eat 500 calories under your maintenance every single day for a week, that's 7 times 500, that equals 3,500 calories or 1 pound of fat loss. So to make things simple, you want to lose about 1 to 2 pounds of fat per week. That's a healthy, sustainable level that'll make you feel good, won't make you starve yourself, and will set you up really good for lifelong change. So how do you do this? You want to choose a deficit where your training energy is still high. So when you go into the gym, you still feel good, you still feel strong, you're not tired all the time. Your sleep is not interrupted. So you're not eating so little that you can't get to sleep because all you can think about is food. And where your hunger is noticeable but not overwhelming. You should be hungry. that means your body is burning fat. If you're just sitting on the couch there and you feel this little hunger in your stomach, feel it. Let it happen. That means your body's using fat as an energy source and you're getting leaner while sitting there being hungry. So just get used to it. Also, your steps and activity add into your deficit. So say you were in a 500 calorie deficit, right? And you add in 10,000 steps. Let's say this is about 300 calories burned. It depends on how much you weigh and what size you are, but 300 calories is a good average for 10,000 steps. So now you're at an 800 calorie deficit every day. That's 5,600 calories for the entire week. And that will give you 1.6 pounds of fat loss per week. So your goal is to keep your calories as high as possible and then just add in steps. The more steps you can do, the more food you can eat while still losing fat. So this is why steps and activity are so important, because steps are just extra calories that you get to burn. If you do 2,400 calories, but you do 10K steps, now you're at 2,000 calories total because you burnt those extra calories that you ate. More steps equals more calories burned equals more fat loss. So just walk as much as you can. Add as much walking as possible. And steps don't have to be planned. It's not like you have to go to the gym and get on the treadmill. They should just be added in everyday activities. Like park your car further away when you go to the store. Or if you're at school, park at the top of the parking garage. Go walk your dog. Just go for a walk around the block. Walk to the store instead of driving if it's close enough. You want to make steps as seamless to your life as possible. That's what will make this realistic and actually doable. And the best way you can use steps to be most effective with them is walking after meals. Every time you eat a meal, even if it's just 5 minutes, going for a walk will be so much more effective than just doing one walk throughout the day. Because that's going to help you digest your food. It's going to keep you insulin sensitive. It's going to help you stay within your stable blood sugar levels. And it's going to help you lose fat more sustainably. And now, how do I actually know I'm losing fat, right? I'm doing everything you said, but how do I know that I'm actually losing fat? First of all, the scale doesn't always matter. So don't just step on the scale and be like, well, the weight stayed the same. I didn't lose any fat. You want to lean on different things. One thing that is big is progress pictures. You will be able to see your body composition changing, even if the weight hasn't moved on the scale. Another thing is, if you are stronger in the gym, but you are the same weight or less, you have lost fat undoubtedly. Because to get stronger, you had to have built some muscle. And if your weight hasn't moved, then you are leaner than before. And then one last thing is hunger cues. These are very important, and once you get good at them, they make fat loss so easy. You should feel hungry between every meal, about a 5 to 7 hunger level. So you're hungry, it's noticeable, it's there, it's in your mind, but it's not enough to keep you from focusing on something else or keep you from having a conversation or make you angry or fuck up your mood. It's just enough to notice that you are hungry. You want to be in that state pretty much daily. You want to be in that noticeable hunger. That's how you know you're consistently losing fat. And how do you know if you're losing fat too fast? There's a couple signs that are going to come up if you're too much of a deficit. First of all, poor sleep consistently. If you're getting night after night after night of bad sleep, you might be eating too little food. Next is starving. Your hunger level should be noticeable, yes, but you should not be starving to the point you're angry and you can't hold a conversation. All you can think about is food. That means you're in too much of a deficit. Also, if you are weak in the gym, if you consistently feel weak and frail and lifeless in the gym, you're not eating enough food. And last thing is mood swings. If your mood is up and down, you feel irritated all the time, you have to start eating a little bit more. You're in too much of a deficit. And now, when do I stop a fat loss phase? So you should set a minimum goal for yourself. Say 0.5% of body weight per week. Say you're 200 pounds, 0.5% of that is about 1 pound a week. That's a nice sustainable amount of fat loss. You want to start at the highest weight loss per week that these three conditions still hold. So you want to still be losing weight while